Our film starts with our two characters at a camera shoot, playfully flirting. Sun-woo takes photos of Eun-soo, who reflects back on how they've been friends since they were 9. He's helping with some pictures, and after snapping a couple, they head back to Sun-woo's workshop to get them developed. While getting those uploaded and printed, Eun-soo marvels over the pictures up on the walls. Eun-soo quizzes him on his upcoming exhibition. While Sun-woo is excelling when it comes to photography, Eun-soo is a lyricist and heads to the studio where she awaits Woil, the composer she's trying to impress. However, he's not blown away by her lyrics. Given she hasn't ever experienced unrequited love, he worries that her words are too lighthearted and don't have the knockout power needed to really connect with people. For now, she's rejected, until Eun-soo begs for 2 more weeks to show what she's worth. When Sun-woo finds out, Eun-soo sits with her best friend and suggests they live together, just for a few weeks. Between Sun-woo leaving in a fortnight and Eun-soo's deadline, it seems like a match made in heaven. As it starts snowing, the pair walk home, with Sun-woo admitting that he's not actually going to do the exhibition after all. He wants to start from scratch. With Sun-woo's best friend taking the living room, courtesy of his girlfriend heading over, Sun-woo is left with sleeping in the workroom for the time being. And naturally, he mulls over the photos he took of Eun-soo earlier on. Cut back 4 years ago, and we see the relationship dynamic between Sun-woo and Eun-soo a lot closer. There's definite feelings between them, but for Eun-soo, she refuses to indulge in this. They're so close as friends that an inevitable breakup would leave Eun-soo unable to live. In the morning, Sun-woo heads over to Eun-soo's place with a suitcase all packed up and intending to take her up on the offer of living together. For now, he helps her out with tidying up. Sun-woo clearly has feelings for his friend, and that much is apparent over lunch when she gushes over the composer she's trying to impress. There are pangs of jealousy from our protagonist. The pair end up drinking though, and for Eun-soo, she gets a bit too drunk and ends up cuddling up to Sun-woo on the ground in her drunken state. Eun-soo sleeps peacefully all night, while Sun-woo can't help but stare at his friend. When Eun-soo opens her eyes, she looks back but doesn't move from his arms. The epilogue of this episode sees Sun-woo wrapping up a big plush teddy, while Eun-soo encourages him to head inside and drink with her. The next scene begins with Sun-woo and Eun-soo waking up and awkwardness immediately ensuing. Realizing they slept in one another's arms, they both find themselves conflicted over how to feel. Sun-woo continues to exclaim how crazy this is while Eun-soo brushes her teeth and collects her thoughts. The pair eventually sit down to breakfast and settle on the fact it was cold, which explains their cuddling. Yep, that'll do it. Funnily enough, Eun-soo begins writing up her lyrics, specifically that for a new song called The Distance Between You and Me. All in English, Sun-woo listens to the words and they completely resonate with him. The pair take the collaborative work to see Eun-soo's producer, who mentions unrequited love again and broaches the subject with Sun-woo. He scoffs at the notion, claiming Woil is pretentious. Of course, Sun-woo is jealous of Eun-soo's ties with any of the males in her life, and this eventually leads to the pair arguing in the car on the way home. Sun-woo has enough and walks the rest of the way. Giving himself some time to think, Sun-woo decides to tell Eun-soo how he feels before he leaves Korea. On his way out the door, though, he's blindsided by Eun-soo, who shows up with flowers and an apron as her way of apologizing. With their argument behind them, the pair are greeted by Eun-soo's mom, who happens to have a set of tarot cards. She decides to read Sun-woo's fortune, turning them over one by one. The cards hint at faraway love, but the knowing look she gives Sun-woo seems to hint that she knows Sun-woo has feelings for her daughter. On the way out the door, she hands over the card for Sun-woo to hold on to, pointing out that it's a lucky charm. In her absence, Eun-soo and Sun-woo stay up together and decide to work on Eun-soo's lyrics. They keep their feelings hidden for now though, as night eventually turns to day. Sun-woo heads off to take a shower while Donghyun rings Sun-woo but gets through to Eun-soo instead. He urges her to open up Sun-woo's laptop and send over some files from a folder called Collection 21. After sending it over, Eun-soo checks through the rest of Sun-woo's photos and realizes there are numerous pictures dating all the way back to 2008. Sun-woo has clearly had these feelings for a long time, and now Eun-soo is just starting to understand too. The next scene begins with Eun-soo asking Sun-woo about his crush, Jennifer. Sun-woo refuses to say much, telling his best friend to drop it. Of course, we know that Sun-woo's crush is actually her. Eun-soo inevitably hangs on this revelation, and in fact she seems to be repressing her own feelings, given some of the lyrics she's written in her notebook. This also links back to a moment from school where Tun-soo got him a new camera and the pair discussed the future. Back in the present, Sun-woo receives some great news. He's been accepted to collaborate with a really talented artist. The flip side, though, means he needs to leave Korea within the next week. You can tell Sun-woo is conflicted, especially as he knows how this would affect Eun-soo. Meanwhile, Eun-soo heads in to see Woil and shows him the new, improved lyrics. "You're doing great," he says, allowing her to see Jae-joon and sorting out a dinner for the following evening. Only, she hasn't actually told Sun-woo yet. Instead, she broaches the subject of love with her friends, Mari and Jae-han, later that night. These two were actually friends beforehand and turned to lovers in the past. Back home, Sun-woo admits that it's been 8 years since he started liking his crush. That is, of course, when he and Eun-soo started getting closer together, especially if the dates on his computer are anything to go by. Sun-woo is going to tell his crush. But when? Well, that's a question spinning around in Eun-soo's mind when she wakes up in the morning. She's not ready though and gets cold feet, hurrying out in the morning to the studio without hearing Sun-woo out. At work, Woil expresses how much he likes Eun-soo, and that night the pair end up having dinner together. In the middle of their food, Sun-woo comes bundling in and awkwardly decides to crash their party. This is a nice way of showing the jealousy and protective side of Sun-woo, who stares daggers through Woil. Back home, Sun-woo shows off his best friend's bike, which he's fixed up for her. Sun-woo looks close to revealing the truth again, but this time Eun-soo knocks him down, pointing out how good their friendship is. However, that's not what he wants to talk to her about. Sun-woo reveals that he's leaving in the morning and his big photography gig means he may well make good on his promise to be famous. Catches Eun-soo by surprise. Because of that, Sun-woo keeps his true feelings a secret. While Sun-woo prepares to leave, Eun-soo urges him to listen to her song when she releases it. This moment sees Eun-soo reflect on a similar segment from the past, where Sun-woo was leaving and he arrived to see her at work, hugging his friend goodbye. When Sun-woo left though, the news hit Eun-soo like a white truck, causing her to break down into tears. Maybe I'll be able to write the best lyrics this time, Eun-soo thinks in the present, finally understanding about unrequited love, given that's what she and Sun-woo appear to have. During the bonus track of the episode, we're in the past, just after the moments involving Sun-woo revealing that he's leaving to Eun-soo. He visits Mari at the restaurant and reflects on how he feels about this. When he leaves, Sun-woo passes the restaurant from earlier and notices Eun-soo crying. The next scene starts with Eun-soo doubling down on her music. She's focused on making her lyrics zing, but interestingly, keeps Sun-woo's scarf close to her this whole time. She's made it, becoming a prolific lyricist. In fact, she's so good that even Taeyoon wants to work with her. As Mari retorts later on when she finds out, he's a music god. While Eun-soo revels in sharing the news with Mari and Jae-han, she very clearly misses Sun-woo. It's not the same without him. She messages her best friend and lets him know the exciting news about Taeyoon, but he doesn't reply. Sun-woo finally does ring Donghyun, but his signal is intermittent and unfortunately, he's not able to stay on the phone. He also doesn't ring Eun-soo either, who finds herself disappointed that it's producer Woil ringing instead, inviting her out to dinner. Whilst they sit together, Woil puts her on the spot and admits that he wants to date her. He's set up this whole dinner as a way of trying to force that through. Eun-soo speaks plainly, admitting that she's not really a fan of wine and her heart no longer flutters when she's around him. For that reason, she's not particularly enthused about dating him. Woil laughs it off and thanks her for being honest, deciding to get the beers in instead. Thankfully, they still get to work together and change the tone of the entire evening to friends instead. Eun-soo's mum eventually catches up with her daughter, and the pair inevitably end up talking about Sun-woo. Eun-soo encourages her mother to read her tarot cards. Just like Sun-woo several episodes back, Eun-soo ends up choosing the same card her best friend picked, the one showing shadows of a couple holding hands. Turns out this card actually means someone very close to your heart, not physically far away. Eun-soo's mother lied to try and protect Sun-woo, noticing his shocked look and wanting to save him from any embarrassment. After messaging Sun-woo playfully and telling him he's dead when he returns, Eun-soo checks out the stuffed bear he got Eun-soo and notices a card and a necklace in the back. The note reads that he'll always be by her side no matter what, which causes her to message him, revealing she has something to say. Just like that though, Sun-woo suddenly returns, leaving a flower shop and bumping back into his best friend. He's only in Korea for 10 days before heading off to Prague though. The flowers aren't for Eun-soo either. They're actually for Mari, given it's her birthday. Jae-han surprises her with a little song and a brand new ring that night too, making the evening a joyous affair. The next morning, Eun-soo heads over to surprise Sun-woo at the studio, but he's not alone. He has a new assistant in Seo-yeon. Inevitably, she ends up getting jealous. When Seo-yeon gets a taxi home that night, Eun-soo encourages Sun-woo to walk her home. In doing so, Eun-soo takes a leap of faith and broaches the subject of the pair dating. However, she can't bring herself to actually ask him and instead is forced to agonizingly watch him walk away. Eventually, Eun-soo does admit how she feels to Sun-woo, apologizing for not realizing her true feelings, and his too, before it was too late. Taking that important step, Sun-woo writes in her lyric book, the one he got for her, and finishes the song with one sentence, "Please stay by my side. I love you." As Sun-woo leans over, the pair kiss passionately. During the bonus track of the episode, Sun-woo and Eun-soo spend time together, enjoying each other's embrace while listening to music. At the table behind them, Jae-han, Donghyun and Mari all talk about how they knew the couple would be together like this eventually.